Best places to live west of Asheville, not to confuse with West Asheville. West Asheville and west of Asheville are two very different things. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about 5 best communities west of Asheville that are located in Haywood County. Hi, this is elenakovrigin with ℨ𝕠𝕟𝕟𝕼 Realty, powered by eXp Realty here in Asheville, North Carolina. Welcome back to my channel about all things Asheville, living, breathing, working, going to school in Asheville, in the Asheville area, towns around Asheville. If you're new here and you want to follow along, subscribe and get in touch if you need help relocating to the Asheville area. Our contact information is down in the description. Haywood County, that is located just west of Asheville, is one of the most beautiful, even more mountainous, conservative areas in western North Carolina. And you might be thinking, well, isn't Asheville in the mountains? Yes, Asheville is in the mountains, but Haywood County is even more mountainous. When you go there, you notice that mountains are a little bit taller. There are a lot more communities, locations, neighborhoods that are up in the mountains. However, in this video, I'm going to cover 5 different neighborhoods, 5 different communities that are pretty different from each other, and not all of them are up on the side of the mountain. Waynesville, North Carolina has downtown, and naturally a lot of things, a lot of locations, neighborhoods are kind of oriented around downtown Waynesville. And it comes up a lot when people ask where you live, whether you are close to downtown Waynesville or not, because there's also a lot of amenities right in that vicinity. However, the first neighborhood I want to talk about is located in Lake Junaluska. Lake Junaluska is a tiny southern town that is located right in between Maggie Valley and Waynesville. The population is about 3,000 people, and while Lake Junaluska does not have its own downtown, it does have a pretty good community feel that is centered around the lake and the little community center. And Lake Junaluska Assembly is one of the neighborhoods that kind of hugs that lake. And that is the first neighborhood that I wanted to tell you about in this video. HOA fees in Lake Junaluska Assembly are about $1,200 a year. They also have covenants and restrictions. And the great thing about Lake Junaluska Assembly is that it has connection to city water and city sewer. So you do not need to worry about private septic and private wells. Median sales price in Lake Junaluska Assembly is in the mid 400s. However, there's this new house that just came on the market today that is listed at $1 million. Of course, it's not a comp yet, so I can't really say that it's gonna skew the median sales price one way or the other, but this is one of the most expensive homes that has been listed in the past couple years, I want to say. The house was built in 1920, and that is not uncommon for Lake Junaluska Assembly. Most of the houses are older. However, there are some newer homes that were built in 2000s, and there is a number of vacant lots available at Lake Junaluska Assembly for purchase that you can buy and build on. Now, if you're looking for privacy and elbow room, Lake Junaluska Assembly might not be the type of community you're looking for. The lots that are for sale right now range from 0.14 of an acre up to half an acre. So half an acre being the biggest lot. And the price per acre of those vacant lots start at $90,000 per acre. So keep that in mind. You can still come pick a lot, build your own house, follow covenants and restrictions and all that good stuff, and surround yourself by natural beauty, beautiful lake, walk around the lake, run around the lake, which is what a lot of people do when they live there. So of course, a lot of homes in Lake Junaluska Assembly have a view of the water, a view of that lake. Some don't, some have just the view of the woods, and that is okay, but most of them are in a walking distance to the lake and to that trail right around the lake. If you decide that you want a little bit more than what Lake Junaluska Assembly has to offer and Lake Junaluska in general. Waynesville, downtown Waynesville, is about 10 minutes from it. ℍ𝕼𝕼 ski area, which is where we love to go to snowboard, is 25 minutes. But I mean, probably half of that way is going up that mountain up to ℍ𝕼𝕼 Valley. So everything is super close. Moving on to the next neighborhood and slightly in the price range. The next neighborhood is Auburn Park, and it is located in Waynesville. In fact, it is located within walking distance to downtown Waynesville, which is why it is so popular with a lot of families, with a lot of people. Auburn Park has no HOA, has no covenants and restrictions. Median sales price in Auburn Park is $465,000, which is like $10,000-$15,000 higher than Lake Junaluska. Most homes are brick ranch style homes in Auburn Park, although there are some homes that are two-story or split level homes. Most of the houses are located kind of sort of in the valley, so they are on more or less flat lots. Again, there are some parts of Auburn Park that are located kind of on the side of the mountain, on the upper levels where you have to drive and you have steeper driveways. But for the most part, most of the houses are one level ranch style brick homes built in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Like I mentioned before, Auburn Park is super popular with families, and a local source tells me that around Halloween they get around 1,000 trick-or-treaters, which is huge for that area because the population of Waynesville is a little over 10,000 people. So 1,000 trick-or-treaters in one neighborhood is huge. So you can imagine what it's like and what kind of lifestyle Auburn Park offers. Auburn Park, just like Lake Junaluska, offers a very tight-knit community feel where houses do sit kind of close together, but the lots are not that small actually. On average, what I found is that the houses sit on about half an acre lots, so that's nice, but you still get that community feel and a sense of very established neighborhood. Fortunately, if you want to live in Auburn Park, there is no land for sale and hasn't been for a while. I looked back like 3 years ago and there hasn't been any vacant lots for sale. So the only way to get into Auburn Park is to buy one of those 60s, 70s, 80s ranch style brick home, maybe renovated. Some of them are already renovated, and make your dream living in close proximity to downtown Waynesville come true. Next community is Waynesville Country Club, and it is also located in Waynesville, not in a walking distance to downtown Waynesville, but in a very, very close proximity to downtown Waynesville. Waynesville Country Club is a very established neighborhood. There are no HOA, no covenants and restrictions, and most of the houses were built from what it looks like in the 50s and 70s. There are no houses for sale in Waynesville Country Club that have been there for a while, that are true to Waynesville Country Club. Nothing is for sale there right now. The only two houses available for sale right now are listed in $1.3 and $1.25 million. And actually, that is your only chance to get full golf membership. All full golf memberships are sold out, so the only way to get it is to purchase one of these two homes that are furnished and ready for occupancy on Rains Boulevard. And as a member, you will enjoy golf, dining, pool, and working out in the fitness center. And if you'd like, you can allow Waynesville Inn to rent and manage the home when you're not using it. So you can buy this house and live on a golf course, basically in a super close proximity to downtown Waynesville. Use it as a vacation rental when you're not here, and when you're here, you can come back to the mountains and enjoy all the perks of your membership. All of the established homes in Waynesville Country Club were built in the 50s, 60s, 70s, so they are older homes. Waynesville Country Club does not have HOA and does not have any covenants and restrictions, so that's great. And you also get access to city water and city sewer, which is huge. If you've never bought a house that is on private septic and private well, and you don't know what it's like to maintain a house that is on a septic and well, let me just say that it can be a lot. You can spend a lot of money, first of all, inspecting a property that is on the private septic and private well. It takes some maintenance. So you're not just gonna defer maintenance to the city or the county. You're gonna have to do it yourself. So when I say, every time I mention that this property or this neighborhood is on the city water and city sewer, there is a reason for that. Next one is another golf course community, which of course it's optional, just like everywhere else. Laurel Ridge Country Club is located on the side of the mountain, with country club and the golf course being at the bottom of the mountain, so to speak. Median sales price in Laurel Ridge Country Club is around $900,000. All properties in Laurel Ridge Country Club sit kind of farther apart. They are on at least an acre lots. So you get some elbow room, so you get some privacy there. But of course, those properties are not your flat lots. They're not necessarily very usable lots. Yes, you get privacy. Yes, some of the properties get amazing views, which is one of the points to live on the side of the mountain outside of privacy. So they're bigger lots. The lots in Laurel Ridge Country Club right now range from $35,000 to $50,000 per acre. So not to confuse for the price of the lot, that's just the price per acre. There are no homes available for sale in Laurel Ridge Country Club, so the only way for you to live there and enjoy the club membership right next door is to purchase a lot and build a house. HOA fees in Laurel Ridge Country Club are only $30 a month, plus, of course, the optional country club membership. Laurel Ridge Country Club is locally owned and operated with an emphasis on guest experience. The club is the ideal setting for those with a passion for mountain recreations and active lifestyle. The friendly atmosphere, exuding southern hospitality and charm, creates the perfect place to spend time with an old friend or make new ones. In addition to its championship golf course and practice facilities, the club offers its members an outdoor saltwater swimming pool, 4 clay tennis courts, a fitness center featuring cardiovascular and strength training equipment, as well as group exercise programming. There are different categories of golf membership or the club membership. I'm gonna put a link in the description with more information so that you can learn more about what they have to offer. But amenities also include 19,000 square foot grand lodge with restaurant and bar featuring stunning views of the golf course, 6,000 square foot open air rustic pavilion with stone fireplace and bar, 18-hole championship golf course, practice green, driving range and pro shop, state-of-the-art fitness center, newly renovated outdoor seasonal heated saltwater swimming pool, banquet rooms and meeting spaces, weddings and private events and catering. As far as Laurel Ridge Country Club neighborhood itself, it honestly reminds me a lot of Laurel Ridge community that is located in Buncombe County in Swannanoa. I covered that in my other video. I'm gonna put a link up here and also in the description. In that it is very mountainous. Some roads, some parts of the road are very narrow, kind of scary. They go up, up, up. They don't go down, seems like it. You're only going up from the bottom. A lot of houses have steep driveways, amazing views, and I mean, that comes hand in hand. If you want views, expect to have a steep driveway, expect to drive a steep sloped road. So sometimes it's scary, but you know, that's what it's like to live on the side of the mountain here in Western North Carolina, pretty much. And the only way for you right now to be in Laurel Ridge Country Club is to buy a vacant lot and build your own house. If you need help with that, help looking at some of the lots, let me know. Again, quick disclosure, a lot of these lots will be very steep, very sloped, so it might be scary and it might be, well, how we're gonna do it here. You're not gonna have flat yard or usable yard, but again, that comes with mountain living. The fastest you can get to downtown Waynesville from Laurel Ridge Country Club is probably 4 or 5 minutes. But if you live at the very top, it's gonna take you a lot longer because it's gonna take you probably a good 10 minutes, depending on the condition of the roads and how you drive. It's probably gonna take you 10 minutes just to get down that mountain and a few more minutes to get to downtown Waynesville, which is not too bad for having privacy, having views, the proximity to all kinds of amenities, to the club, to golf, and have some elbow room. Now, as you keep driving up that road in Laurel Ridge Country Club, if you keep going all the way up, you will come across a gate. And that is one of the 2 gates to the next community. Smoky Mountain Retreat at Eagle's Nest is another mountain community. It is the only gated community that I am covering today. It is located in ℍ𝕬𝕝 Valley, although one of the entrances, like I said, is in or through Laurel Ridge Country Club neighborhood. The other one is all the way on the opposite side of the community, and it takes you to ℍ𝕬𝕝 Valley, super close to ℍ𝕑𝕉𝕄 Ski Resort. Smoky Mountain Retreat at Eagle's Nest is a 1,000-acre community that is ideally located between ℍ𝕬𝕝 Valley and Waynesville. The tight deed restrictions have protected the natural beauty of the mountain, creating the feeling that you are in a national park. Wildlife is abundant, views are spectacular, yet you are a short 10-minute ride to the shopping, restaurants, and amenities of Waynesville and ℍ𝕬𝕝 Valley. With 22 miles of paved roads that are all up and down, left and right, nothing straight, nothing flat, buried utilities, including city water, which is great, another yay, a well-funded HOA, the Smoky Mountain Retreat is the perfect place to invest in your new home. And not only in your new home, Smoky Mountain Retreat at Eagle's Nest allows short-term rentals. So all these luxury cabins, log cabins that you see there, a lot of them are actually short-term rentals. Can you believe it? So let's break it down. HOA fees at Smoky Mountain Retreat at Eagle's Nest is $1,600 a year, and HOA fees cover playground, trails, barn for gatherings, road maintenance, and of course, gate and security. Median sales price in Smoky Mountain Retreat at Eagle's Nest is a little over $1 million. And all of those houses look gigantic, they are huge, and they are built in the best tradition of luxury log homes. So when I say Smoky Mountain Retreat, it really feels like a retreat. You get your elbow room, you get your privacy, all the lots are pretty big, so you're not crammed, you're not close to the neighbors. I mean, this time of the year, you do see neighbors through the trees, but come springtime, come summertime, you're not gonna see anybody. You're gonna feel like you are in the national park, in the middle of nowhere, on the side of the mountain, all by yourself, if that's what you want. And with that, I feel like it's worth mentioning that Smoky Mountain Retreat at Eagle's Nest does not have this community feel like Auburn Park or Lake Junaluska Assembly have. You know, houses are more separated from each other, they're farther apart. People value privacy. People who want to be there, they want to be left alone. They don't want to see their neighbors. They don't want to talk to their neighbors. They don't want anybody be up in their business, so to speak. And Smoky Mountain Retreat at Eagle's Nest is probably an epitome of what it's like to live on top of a mountain. That community roads are kind of scary, especially on the day when I went there. They called for some dusting. We had nothing here in Asheville. There was nothing in downtown Waynesville. There was nothing at Laurel Ridge Country Club. Nothing. The grass was green, the sun was shining. But as soon as I got to that first gate, to the one that comes from Laurel Ridge Country Club, everything was covered with snow. And I know I could tell that they treated the road. It was covered with some of those little salty things. But some parts of that road were still covered with ice. There was some black ice and snow on the ground. I was glad that I went on a day like that because, especially with my drone, I could really see the zigzagging of the roads as you drive through the community, and you can see kind of the houses peeking out from the white snow blanket. So it was actually a perfect day. But if you are not somebody who wants to deal with icy roads, with snow, snowed in driveways, because nobody, HOA is not gonna come and shovel and clear your driveway. You're gonna have to do it yourself. If that is not something that you want to deal with, maybe you need to think twice about living on the side of the mountain. With that, there's a number of homes for sale in Smoky Mountain Retreat right now, ranging anywhere from upper 800s up to upper $4 million. And again, they are pretty much all of them are built in a luxury log cabin style. So you have your grand windows, grand entrance, grand views, and all those good things that come with a true retreat. But if you are not finding what you're looking for, you want something unique, you want something that's super custom to you, you can of course buy one of vacant lots that are also available for sale in that community. Lots for sale range from 1 to 4.5 acres right now, right at this moment, and price range is from $15,000 per acre up to $123,000 per acre. Now, don't jump up in your seat and say to yourself, oh, $15,000 per acre sounds like a great deal. Let's go look at it. Think, why would something cost only $15,000 per acre? It's gonna be a cliff. And I covered that in my other video. I'm gonna put a link right here somewhere at the top. Building in the mountains. Watch that video and you will realize that you get what you pay for, basically. But that's an option. You can buy one of those lots, build the house of your dreams, and live privately on the side of the mountain, have amazing views, and never see your neighbors again while being in a close proximity, not only to downtown Waynesville. Asheville is about 30 minutes, well, maybe more, probably like 40 minutes from Asheville. ℍ𝕼𝕼 ski area is another 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes. So it really is a great place for those seeking privacy, outdoor activities, in proximity to all the amenities. So what do you think? Does any of the communities call your name? Are you more of a private person and you want to live on the side of the mountain, or maybe not necessarily on the side of the mountain, but somewhere where you have elbow room and you're not in constant contact with your neighbors, or you want that community feel and you want those things like a trail or a walk around the lake? Which one are you? In the next video, I'm going to show you a house that is located in another gated community here in Haywood County that I didn't mention in this video, but it is another mountainous community, a private property, has great views, and offers that mountain living. So stay tuned. Until next time,